Disparaging, racist, and disrespectful emails sent to Fulton County District Attorney Willis. They're showing up just as her office announced it has finished work in its investigation of former President Donald Trump and his allies. DA Willis's office is investigating meddling into Georgia's 2020 presidential election. A decision on whether she will indict Trump or anyone is expected in the coming weeks. Atlanta News First political reporter Doug Reardon is live tonight outside the Fulton County Courthouse, where barriers are now set up ahead of what could be a chaotic scene, Doug, if and when those indictments are announced.
Yeah, we certainly are preparing for it here in Fulton County, Rick. You know, District Attorney Willis had said that if any charges come, they would come between July 31st today and the end of August. So she has directed a lot of court employees here to work remote and stay home just to cut down on the amount of people coming in and out of the building. And then look, over here we have these orange barriers you mentioned that have been installed by law enforcement, anticipating these large crowds. We did see similar preparations ahead of indictments that were announced against the former president in both Florida and New York City. And in fact, Fulton County had sent deputies down there both times to observe the crowd's reaction in anticipation of a very similar scene here. And this weekend, District Attorney Willis, who is considering charges against Trump and some Georgia allies, sent a disturbing email to about 24 county officials. It was an email that her office actually got, calling her racial slurs that we can't show on air. She said notes like these to her office during this 2.5-year-long investigation were not unique and, in fact, pretty typical. That's a direct quote from her. And she went on to warn officials to stay alert during the month of August.
And Doug, today we heard from the former president's legal team as they were dealt with another blow to their defense, right?
Right, Rick. They were trying to get District Attorney Willis off of this case, citing some conflicts of interest, saying that she was using this and these potential indictments to raise funds for her re-election bid as district attorney. But the judge said that was not the case. He kept her on this investigation. And in fact, she told local media this week that she is done with her portion of the investigation. She is now just waiting on a grand jury's recommendations, which could come any day now. They were seated earlier this month.
And what about the Fulton County Sheriff, Doug? Have we heard from the sheriff?
Unfortunately, Rick, not today, but we do have a press conference scheduled tomorrow where we are expecting to hear more from the Fulton County Sheriff's Office on their plans for safety when and if indictments come. Of course, this building is in their jurisdiction. They provide the security for it and will do so again if and when those indictments are handed down.
Thanks, Doug.